We weren't wanting to touch the body, and nor were we trying to tamper with the body. They said they weren't going to take her body out of there until they called us and we could come back and see it. And when we went back, there was a cop out front sitting in his car. Apparently somebody was guarding the back door. The house was dark, and that was it. So you guys lied. No, but you're not giving me enough information. What happened to my daughter for you guys to even be considering an investigation? Because from my understanding, my other daughter was told that Ciera didn't look pretty and that I wouldn't want to see her. And that's why probably you guys sent us away and then took her body after you said you weren't going to do that until we came back. So what kind of state was she in? How can you not know that? You have her file. But you have her file. Yeah. What are you investigating? And what do you suspect? We do not suspect anything. We investigate the cause of death, how it happened, and then we can formulate some like a decision from there. You understand? Nope. It's all distorted. What's your question? Day before. She was Ciera. It may have been 2 days before. I don't know. I'd have to stop and think about it. It was 1 or 2 days. It was either yesterday or the day before. She was alert. That man, John, brought her to the house. John brought her to the house? Yes. And what do you mean he brought her to the house? He brought her to the house here. Do you know John? I have met him a couple of times over the last year because he brought her here before. I've met him once before, maybe twice. And then he was going to give her a place to live. Fine. She had just gotten out of jail pretty much. She was upbeat because she was getting a place to live. Well, I guess it's all in how you look at it. I'm listening. Yes. She was alert. Fine. She wasn't strung out. She just got released out of jail like 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah. Well, she wasn't that day. When John brought her here, she seemed, to the best of her ability, to be somewhat normal. Ciera's not normal. She's got brain damage. Right? But under the circumstances, she was more normal. She had just been out of jail for a few days. So she hadn't gotten into her addiction quite as fast. You know, it takes a few days for it to kick in. Right? You know how the cycle goes. I don't know. Look into her medical files. It should be documented. That's what they're there for. Well, you guys, I'm sure the coroner will get them. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. She just has brain damage. She's had it for quite a few years. I'm sure it's documented through the jail system. It's pretty apparent. No, but you have her file with you in terms of how many times you guys come into contact. I had a police officer tell me tonight that he's taken her to the Ciera Memorial Hospital many times to try and get her committed under the Mental Health Act, and it never happened. So I'm sure you have that in her file. All these questions, you have their answers. No, you're rubbing salt into the wound. That's what you're rubbing salt into the wound. Okay, so you have these medical records, or you have access to them. I'm sure the coroner will be looking into that, right? You have her police record of her going in and out of jail for the last several years, right? You know, I mean, so many things are there to answer your questions. I don't know why you're asking me these things. No, but you have access to her criminal record, and it's all documented there. Follow up with me with what? Why? What for? And to accomplish what? When Shamay died, no cop wanted to interview me. I had to fight for that. And even then you guys ignored me. And now you want to interview me? How does that make sense? For what purpose? What are you trying to accomplish by talking to me? You didn't do that with Shamay. Okay then. So I don't want to talk to anybody right now. So maybe it's just better if I take your name and your phone number and the file number and wait for the coroner to call me. Because I'm sure she will. Yes. Yeah, and I'll talk to my family about it. Okay. Hold on a minute. I'm starting to think my daughter was in a Snuff movie. Did you hear what I said? Just the way you guys are acting. You told us to go away, and that before you would remove Ciera's body out of that house, you were going to call us so we could come see her for ourselves, and you did not do that. You lied. No, but you can put it down in the notes that somebody on your team lied. You're a constable or a sergeant? Corporal. Okay. 2020 46718. That's a joke. Because that's a joke. How is that a joke? Because my other daughter was murdered and you guys did nothing about it. You covered it up, okay? The narrative hasn't changed. All right? And because you covered it up, what that did is it disenfranchised us actually from victim services, okay? So for what victim services is worth is nothing. It means nothing. So, do you have a phone number? Hold on a minute. 604 653. Okay, so what I need to know is if you decide that my daughter suicide, accident, or murder, you'll just call me, right? And let me know, right? Okay, well, that's all I need to know. Yeah, but right now we don't want to interview with you people. We're fine. We're fine. We've been waiting for this a long time. Nobody's cared about Ciera until now. Okay? It's pretty apparent. Bye.